How's it going, nerds? My name is Linkwood, and welcome to another episode of I take a whole bunch of people from the different sides of the internet, bring them in, kind of interview them, and we just kind of go from there. Today, I have a very special guest who goes by the name of Neko Slayer on the internet. Neko Slayer, welcome to the show, and thank you for that.
I hate black people.
You can't Why don't you tell everybody what you do around the net, and why I would have you here in the first place?
Hello, my name is Neko Slayer. I do anime cracks and voice acting shit.
Well, guess I might ask, what got you into making anime cracks, first of all?
Yeah?
You've been doing those the longest, so what really got you into it?
Well, I was bored one day. That's it.
Nothing inspired you, you just got bored and you're like, I'm gonna put these two together, and then you realized other people did it?
Yeah, I just spent a lot of my time watching anime cracks on YouTube.
Who was there like one person you watched, or was it just like you just look it up and watch a whole bunch of people?
Like a couple of people. I think my first ever anime viner was like X-Kun.
Ooh, back when X-Kun did it. Old school, alright.
Yeah.
You don't really hear that name much anymore, mostly because he kind of stopped anime cracks and moved on, but...
Yeah. And
you're the first person I've actually had on who talked about X-Kun, so I'm proud.
Yay. I feel good.
As you should. So, like, you said you also do voice acting. What kind of got you to want to do that?
Well, I had an idea for an abridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
You just had an idea for the bridge, and you're just like, meh, why not?
How hard could it be?
You just thought I'd be in it.
Yeah.
And then you realize you just gotta talk for a while, and then it just happens.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I understand that. So, like, what have you voice acted anything, or you just like a whole bunch of projects you're working on?
Just got a pile of projects that I'm working on.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You want to spoil any of them, or are you just gonna keep them all hidden?
Totally do not have you in them.
Yeah, totally not. For all
Yeah.
the people at home, though. I got all the insider details of it. So, like, you're part of Anime Cracks officially. You've been a part of them for... How long have you been part of them, actually? You've been there way before me.
See, I think during the summer holidays of 2016.
Hmm. How long have you known the guys from ACO?
I think I remember Rolando when I first started out.
Hmm. So you just kind of, like, met Rolando first, and he kind of led everybody else?
Yeah.
Ah. Interesting. A lot of people have said, like, they've met Rolando, like, one of the first people. So it kind of feels like he kind of brought a lot of people together for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Holy who said that he got John, then Rolando. So Rolando was kind of like one of the second actual members who were brought in, and then he brought in a whole bunch of people and just kind of expanded from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
I love Holy.
Holy's great.
If I were gay, I would chuckle his nuts.
So you're saying you're not gay, but if you were...
If I were gay for that neckbeard man, I would chuckle his bearded nutsack.
I'm not gonna lie, same. He's... overall, though, jokes aside, Holy is a good dude.
Yeah, I would.
He's been working hard.
I would suck his dick.
Oh, we're going right there, are we?
You know, it's a bro thing.
Yeah, you know, it's just a bro job. Just between two bros, you know?
Oh man, I love me a good old bro job.
Oh yeah. So, today I got us a couple articles to read through and look through.
Yeah.
The first one here, teacher who cartwheeled without underwear, given probation.
Fucking hell.
Now, on this site, there are 40 different pictures of apparently teachers who had sex with students, and I don't know where they come from. One of them looks like Rolando. Like, he looks like drug Like, Rolando's dad, if anything. Picture 11. Picture 13. Ugh. It's his mom. Sorry, Rolando's mom, if you hear this. But I kind of wanted to read through this article because it seemed interesting to me as what's going on with it. Okay, that one did not look like a teacher. How old is she? She looks like she's like 13. She's 25.
Fuck.
Turned herself into police. What? Why would you turn yourself in for that? What kind of guilt do you have?
Must be a fucking... Must be like a fuck ton.
Image 1 is the lady, and she looks so disgruntled. Holy shit. A former substitute teacher in Oklahoma who accidentally exposed herself to students when she did a cartwheel while wearing a long skirt but no underwear had pleaded guilty to a reduced charge. A former substitute... Alright, we just read that. Lacey Sponsler pleaded guilty Monday to assault after... after the charge was reduced from indecent exposure. She was given a 2-year suspended sentence and can't teach for 2 years. She will not have to register as a sex offender. Sponsler declined comment. Defense attorney Nathan Milner told K2UL-TV that Spallner believes that incident was blown out of proportion and is glad the case is over. Sponsler was charged in February after allegedly performing a cartwheel in which he exposed herself during a high school choir class in Pawhuska, about 100 miles northwest of Oklahoma City. What?
The fuck?
What is this story? So, like, it was an accident. Who pressed charges on her? How did it get out? I'm so confused. There's so much we don't know yet.
Yeah.
So, like, if it was a choir class, she's wearing a long skirt. I'm guessing, like, it was, like, a Christian school or something?
Probably.
Like, one of the private schools? Like, that would make sense. But, like, why would she be doing a cartwheel in choir class?
Looking, why would you ever do a cartwheel in choir class?
Why would you ever do cartwheel in a long skirt as a teacher?
Fucking retarded.
There's so many things I don't understand. Like, how do you feel about this?
My brain hurts.
We still have another one to go through, too. I believe it's going to be even wackier than this. This lady, man. Teacher of the year. Look at her. How old is she? It doesn't say. She has to be at least 40. And had, like, a really tough-looking life. Like...
Wait, which image is this?
The first one. Like, I'm gonna put the picture of her on screen so people can see this. Like, it's still funny to me. She's just like, oh shit. Shit. Oh
man.
If you want to read the articles below, if you want to read the articles that we talk about, you can see them in the description below. I'm gonna actually start doing that from now on instead of not. Would you ever be a teacher?
No.
Yeah. You would never teach people?
Yeah. I think the only thing I would have them major in would be like anime cracks.
In Anime Crack University.
Link would play the university.
Hell yeah. Well, we have another one here. Do you want to read the title of this?
Are we going to a different article?
I guess first one I sent you, but
yeah. Rob was dressed as mutant turtles tortured looking Oregon marijuana grower.
So, dressed as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they tortured a marijuana grower in Oregon.
Wait,
Organ.
no, they didn't
Oregon.
say teen. They just said mutant turtles.
I mean, they didn't say ninja either.
Yeah, they didn't say ninja either. So it could just be like some buff dudes wearing like some buff turtle suit.
They're just buff dudes painted green. On a frosty night in December, James Bowman was alone and overcome with exhaustion. The cannabis grower had worked hard all day processing plants at his Blue Sky Gardens near Weimar, lacking the money to keep his crew on hand to provide security through the night. Arguably Southern Oregon's best-known grower, the 57-year-old struggled financially to make it through the harvest. His ambitious High Hopes farm in the Applegate, once tortured by legislators as a model of medical marijuana grows, had been raided by federal agents in 2012. He'd spent 2 years in court to avoid a conviction, which took a toll on his pocketbook. He needed this harvest to put him back on solid financial ground. Earlier that fateful day on December 16th, 2016, he had just talked to an investor he thought was going to help him out, which eased his mind as he slipped in the bed. Finally, just before 2 a.m., he fell asleep. He was so tired he didn't have the energy to patrol the grounds first, something he usually did as a security measure. As he lay in bed, he was startled when he heard the front door open. Was it one of his workers? He called out. No one answered. Bowman sat up on the edge of the bed. Then 7 intruders, all wearing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle masks, rushed in, with one putting a pillowcase over Bowman's head and another hitting his skull several times with a gun until blood flowed from his eyes and ears. Wow. That was just the beginning of the night of terror that Bowman feared he would not survive. Oh yeah, now it goes into talking about when he started growing. Like this is his autobiography or some shit.
I can imagine how traumatizing that must be.
You could never watch them again. Like, you couldn't... Like, you see, like, a turtle and you just start freaking out. I want to know which ones they had, because there were 7, so it was an odd number. Which one didn't have a second one? Because I imagine 4 of them had all 4, and then there were 3 more with different ones. Like, what if they were all wearing the same one?
What if, like, some of them were, like, the Battle Toads?
Like, they couldn't get enough TMNT masks, so they just wear Battletoads. I'm literally crying. That is beautiful. They have a quote here. I was begging them to stop. Bowman's attackers, who referred to each other as mutant ninja characters, Michelangelo and Donatello, zip-tied Bowman's hands and feet. They began pummeling him, demanding he tell them where his money was hidden. Bowman told them he didn't have any. It was the truth. For nearly 5 hours, they took turns beating Bowman, using firewood, a crowbar, and their fists. They burned his naked body with the butane torch until, luckily, it quickly ran out of fuel. They used the drill to burrow into his hip until the battery was quickly went dead. I cried like a baby. I was begging them to stop, Bowman recalled. The head guy hit me the hardest and the most. He counted 20 blows to his head before he lost track. 2 of his attackers enjoyed torturing him, he said. He felt sure he would die, particularly during the last 2 hours when he struggled to stay conscious. I was thinking about my loved ones and thinking about all the things I wish I had done and said to people. Oh, now it's getting heartfelt. When the attackers weren't beating Bowman, they were ripping his house apart looking for the money. They forced Bowman to tell him where the video surveillance cameras were located, then dumped the equipment in a bathtub and filled it with water to destroy any evidence of the attack. Before they left, the attackers stole about 300 pounds of Bowman's marijuana. They tied Bowman to a chair with a speaker wire and threw cold water on him, leaving him to shiver for 5 hours with the front door open before his workers arrived and rescued him. He spent 4 days in the hospital recovering from his injuries. When the attackers fled in a moving truck loaded with Bowman's marijuana, they got stuck in the ditch on the driveway belonging to one of the neighbors. Immediately just get stuck in a ditch. You do so much and then just like get stuck in a ditch and just... Wow.
The Battletoads have been bamboozled again.
Emergency dispatch sent out a sheriff's community service officer to investigate at 8:55 a.m., never suspecting Bowman was injured not far away. At 10:15 a.m., the call came into dispatch that Bowman had been tied up and beaten, but then the attackers had left in their moving truck. Rounding up suspects. Bowman said he hopes authorities find the mastermind behind the attack because he doesn't think his assailants who flew out here to attack him acted alone. He even suspects a couple of other platforms in the area may have been hit, but the owners didn't report to the authorities. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez, what is this? This happens. This happens. So they found some of them, apparently. A cell phone was dropped by one of the attackers. The cell phone revealed Formsky, 34, had texted the attackers about cutting wires to security cameras and bringing a truck to Bowman's house, according to a probable cause affidavit. Authorities don't believe Formsky was at Bowman's house during the attack. Formsky pleaded guilty on April 24th to charges of first-degree burglary and first-degree aggravated theft. He still faces a robbery charge that could net him 5 years and 10 months in prison. Other suspects include Dennis Earl Reynolds, 39, of Pennsylvania, Jody DeVell Reynolds, 34, George Edward A. Mollet, 28, of Georgia, Christopher Tyrone Osborne, 23, of Georgia,
Hey,
Derek
yo, it's your
Earl
boy
Shields.
Tyrone.
It's your boy Tyrone Magnus. Fuck your wife. 34 of California, and Leonta Flowers, 16, of Georgia. She was one of their kids. I guarantee she was like the child, either Christopher or Edward's child. Maybe Jody. One of them. Like, can you think of that? Like, she's 16 doing this shit with them. Then it goes on talking about marijuana stuff. How his dream died because of it. Blah, blah, blah. But, Jesus. Wow.
This is what happens when you don't wear your Biggie Cheese mask to a robbery.
Yeah, you always gotta wear that Biggie Cheese mask. They never see through that.
Hey, yo, fam, it's me, Biggie Cheese.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Biggie Cheese. Wait. Tennessee inmate sentenced for swapping child porn on smuggled cell phone while behind bars. What?
Oh man, this just gets better and better.
Why would he keep doing it after he gets caught? A judge has sentenced a prison inmate from Cumberland County, Tennessee, to serve more than 23 years in prison after he was caught swapping child pornography on a smuggled cell phone while he was serving prison time. 29-year-old Christopher David Gripe of Wartburg was serving an 8-year sentence for a 2012 conviction on charges of possessing child pornography. But investigators were tipped off that prison wasn't apparently stopping him from continuing to share child porn, this time on a smuggled cell phone. He snuggled that into his ass, most likely. Last year, an investigator from the Knoxville Police Department's Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force got 2 cyber tips from a National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, NCMEC, reporting that a Google account user tried to upload files containing images of child sexual abuse. A prosecutor said that the ensuing investigation revealed that the email address associated with the account belonged to Gripe. More cyber tips revealed that Gripe had discovered images of child pornography using his Facebook account since... Wait, what? How do you distribute that with Facebook? What? One of the biggest social network
For fuck's sake.
platforms in the world uses Facebook. One of the drug dealers that, like, yo, hit me up. They have their own page on Facebook. Like, yo, hit me up if you want some weed. And, like, a cop hits them up. Like, an undercover cop. It's like, yo, you got weed? It's like, yeah, how much you want? And they just go meet them. That happens. We have that here. Why does this exist? That phone revealed 161 images and 38 videos. Some of them depicting infants. He was also using the Kik Messenger app.
Hey, yo, fam, what's your kick?
Hey, yo, fam, what's your kick? I can't believe this.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I don't know what to say. I am speechless right now. Wow. Just wow.
Can I just say I like how the guy's face in this article looks like a younger version of Lion Maker.
Wait, he does though. Oh, jeez, man. It's only been 20 minutes and I've already died laughing like 4 times.
Rawr, hello, my...
Hello, my fellow humans.
Rawr, hello, my fellow kittens.
No, don't intro your videos like that. Please never do that.
Rawr.
Rar. Rar means I love you in dinosaur.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, jeez. Well, I feel like we've covered enough news for today. We're heading towards the end of the show. But as always, I always have this little bit of a tradition I like to do with my guests, where I have them tell me something rather appropriate, because I still have my parents, but something that they want me to write on my desk next to their name, and it's kind of a quote that I always keep there. So I have everybody from my podcast, and since you're the newest member, I'd like to know what you would like to have there.
I would like you to right there. Hello, my fellow kittens, the rawr.
Rar winking owo face. I have to get my fat marker out. Alright.
Oh, man.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man.
Neko. Hello. My fellow kitten. Rar. Winking owo face. There we go. It's there now and will forever be there. I can't breathe. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, jeez. All right. Well. Yeah. Did message? No. All right. Thanks. Since we're at the end of the show, why don't you tell everybody watching at home where you can be found around the internet so they can go follow you and do all the stuffs?
Well, I can be found with capital N, Echo, Slayer, no space. Because seriously, if you, do that, you'll just find, Minecraft Let's Plays of people with my name.
They stole your name, actually.
Yeah.
They watched your content yeah, that's a good name, I'm gonna take that, and then they just stole it.
And if you were one of those people, I fucking hate you.
I want to eat your children.
I hope you never have children.
I will steal your firstborn and sacrifice it to the god of Cthulhu.
Oh man, I love
I know
Cthulhu.
your Twitter is a little different from your YouTube.
Yeah.
So what's your Twitter exactly?
Mine is at NekoSlayer2_. My name's Neko2_Slayer.
On Twitter. It'll be in the description too, so if you can't find it, just click that.
Yeah.
And yeah. I mean, is there any other place that you'd like to shout out? Any shout outs you'd like to do? Any place you'd like to promote? You got a free platform.
Subscribe to DCita on YouTube. He looks like Big Man's Tyrone's grandson.
Grandson.
Chris, can you please put a
Everybody-
picture
Yeah.
of it on the podcast?
I'll get you. Everybody usually has. I usually ask after the show for everybody to put send me their waifus as transparent images for it, but I'll just put him there. It's fine. One side will be your waifu. One side will be him. All right. I'd like to thank all you guys for coming out. I hope you have a great day. Know you're beautiful, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Necklace for being on. I really appreciate it, buddy. It was great having you.
I love you all.
Do you though? Well, except if you steal his name.
If you steal my name, I despise you.
Same. All right, though. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for coming.
Bye.